Class of 2019 rankings, Rivals 250, State, Position, Team. The Peach State had 29 players drafted by NFL teams in 2017, the most of any state. It has averaged 19 draftees over the last decade. It is simple. Georgia is loaded with high school football prospects and Tennessee wants to get their share. More, KEYTON commits to Tennessee. KEYTON'S Timeline. Tennessee coach Jeremy Pruitt knows to win in Knoxville, he has to be very active in the Peach State. He coached in Athens for 2 years, he recruited top talent in Georgia when he was at Alabama, and as soon as he took over at Tennessee late in 2017, he went to work in Georgia. The Vols signed 23 players in 2018 and 4 played high school football in Georgia. They want more in 2019. Rivals 250 wide receiver Ramel KEYTON committed to Tennessee on Wednesday afternoon, giving the Vols their 4th Georgia commitment from a class of 7 overall. 4-star out of Marietta is one of over half a dozen Tennessee targets at his high school. Just a few days ago, Sean Brown, a tight end out of Coosa, chose the Vols over Auburn, LSU and Ole Miss. His friend Jackson Lowe is a tight end from Cartersville, and he had over 20 offers before committing to UT on March 30. Wanya Morris is their top commitment, and the offensive tackle out of Loganville committed to the Vols over Auburn on May 1. Morris is the number 19 prospect in the country. The staff in Knoxville hopes things are just getting started in the Peach State. Andrew Booth is a Rivals 100 cornerback that is likely to make a decision within the next 2 months. He is a real priority for Tennessee. Auburn and Clemson are viewed as the favorites by many right now, but the Vols are not giving up. Florida State, Georgia and Tennessee are also schools Booth has visited in 2018. Warren Burrell named his final 7 schools last week, and Tennessee made that list. He is fresh off a visit to Penn State, so he is open to going anywhere if he feels it is the right fit. Tennessee is selling their chance for early playing time and the staff's ability to develop defensive backs to Burrell. Jalen McCullough is another prospect who could make a decision in the coming months. Alabama, South Carolina and Tennessee look to be the major players at this time. Florida State is still in this one as well. He has visited Knoxville twice in 2018. Zion Puckett is thought to be high on the Tennessee's board, and the Vols have been checking on him as often as they can. He is in the process of forming a favorites list to make public, and Tennessee is expected to be on it. We know Georgia, Ohio State and Stanford will make that list. Puckett is planning to enroll early. Dante Walker looks to be set on South Carolina and Tennessee. He still has his eye on Florida State, the school his mother played basketball at, but the Seminoles have yet to offer. It looks to be a very tight race right now, but the Vols may hold a slight edge. Every program in the Southeast or Midwest should be trying to get into the state of Georgia with so many talented players. Tennessee is no different. Under Pruitt, the Vols are simply trying to rebuild a previously profitable pipeline back into the Peach State after Philip Fulmer had great success mining Georgia for players during Tennessee's heyday. In the last 5 years, Butch Jones didn't consistently pull top talent from the state outside of a few prospects like Nigel Warrior, Mike Abernathy and Court Sapp. With UT's new staff still getting a feel for the level of talent in the state of Tennessee, the Vols have opted to focus on areas they are most familiar with right now, and that starts with Georgia. Pruitt has a long history recruiting the Fertile State, as does Kevin Scher, Tracy Rocker, Charles Kelly, Will Friend and Chris Rumps. First-year tight ends coach Brian Niedermeyer also has plenty of ties in various high schools after working at both Georgia and Alabama. That's over half the staff. The Vols landed just 2 prospects from the Peach State in Jones' final recruiting class, Soule and Page 3, Sean Schamberger, but Pruitt inked 4 Georgia players in his inaugural class, including 4-star linebacker J.J. Peterson. Tennessee was also right in the mix until the end for blue-chip prospects like Key Walker, Tayon Palmer and J.C. Horn. Tennessee is off to a great start in Georgia in 2018, and while it remains to be seen if it can consistently beat out the Bulldogs or Alabama, Clemson and Auburn for the top talent in the region, the Vols are definitely trying to plant a big orange and white flag in the state. Jesse Simonton, BuckWest.com. Tennessee will get more 2019 commitments from Georgia. How many is the question? We listed 5 above, but what about Jashawn Sheffield, Justin Eboigbe, Jalen Humphreys, Trevin Walker, Kalen DeLoach or Jalen Phillips? This is just the beginning too, at least Pruitt and company hope so. Do not expect them to give up on Owen Pappoe, a teammate of Morris's at Grayson who had the Vols in his top 3 when he committed to Auburn on May 1st. A lot of underclassmen will have their eye on Knoxville this fall to see how the Vols play, how the coaches coach and what their opportunity could be there in the years to come. There is a buzz in Georgia right now about the Vols, so Pruitt will have a lot of prospects watching him closely this season.